Hello, thanks for joining me today. We're going to talk about some of my favorite drum method books. Now, I'm not going to lie, I have a little bit of a sheet music buying problem. You can see over there. I buy a lot of sheet music, a lot of books. I work through them all, and I really have a fun time doing it. I think they're fantastic. And today we're going to talk about some of my what I think are some of the best drum books out there. Some of them you might not know of. Some of them you've heard of before, but there's 6 of them here. So let's go through it. First of all, if you're learning drums, just starting out, Hal Leonard's Complete Drum Set Method. There's a book 1, 2, and 3. These are this is by far what I think is the best way to learn drums. So if you're working with an instructor trying to figure out a book to use, this is the great one to use. This is compiled. It's 1, 2, and 3 all together. There are separate ones you can get. Start with number 1. It's really great. If you get the books 1, 2, and 3, it's comb bound, so it lays flat, and it's really good. It's very progressive in how it does stuff. It's fantastic. As a supplement to that, the first drum book I actually was recommended by somebody else was 1001 Drum Grooves. This thing is super fun. It starts out super easy with like basic rock grooves, just like straight eighths, right? And then it gets progressively harder and harder throughout the book. It covers things like double bass and swing time and 6/8 and all different types of like it covers like some funk grooves here. And I use this for lessons a lot. I'll just put up a sheet and say, hey, we're doing each line. We're going to play it until we can play it 4 or 5 times without making a mistake. Then we'll move on to the next line. And if you do that yourself, you'll find, at least for me, it took me about 4 weeks of like a couple of hours a day to get through the entire book. It was a really fun challenge. I don't expect everybody to do that, but it's really good. It's a really great one to have. Lots of different styles covered in there. Another great one you might not know of is Drum Aerobics. This is really cool. It's a really cool book. It's designed, there's one exercise every day, and it's broken up by weeks, as you can see. And it covers everything from like grooves to rudiments to fills, and every day is just a different exercise. I've gone through this book a couple times now. This is my second copy. I wish it was comb bound so it would lay flat, but that's okay. But it's super great to go through and go through it again and again and again. There's always something new to learn or improve on. The next 2 you probably have heard of. So this one is Stick Control. This is a very common, well-known book used by a lot of snare drummers and a lot of new students to get started with drumming. It's a lot of just beats and sticking patterns right left, and covers a lot of rudiments and paradiddles and double paradiddles and doubles and swing. It covers a lot of different things. It's good to have. It's good to go through. I tend to go through it for a little bit, and then I drop off, and then I pick it up again, and that's how I deal with it. The next book is Syncopation. This is one of these older classic books. It's really a fantastic book. But if you look at it just as it is and you play it, you might say like, "Wow, this is way too easy." Because if you look at it, it's like, "Wow, this is super easy." But there's some things we do, like we'll alternate our feet for the bass line. We'll play like swing on the ride with our right hand, and then our left hand actually plays the pattern. And it's once you start doing it that way, it becomes a very, very challenging book, and it's a lot of fun to go through. It's a lot of fun to go through. My last book is also my favorite right now. This one is by Mel Bay. I hadn't seen it before, but it's called Rhythmic Aerobics. And this is, I don't know why people don't know about this one more. This is a fantastic book. It's a lot like the 1001 Drum Grooves. Like it'll start out pretty easy, right? So you start out pretty easy here, right? Starts out pretty easy, and it gets progressively harder and harder and more challenging. And then one of the things that's really cool about it is like every once in a while, you'll get through something and then there's a fill to work on. So you're learning a bunch of grooves. It's a lot of 16th note patterns for hands and feet, and you'll just go through and you learn. You're working on a groove and then there's a fill. You're working on a groove and then there's a fill, and it's a combination of grooves and fills, and they're all really good. They're very challenging. They'll really work on that limb independence for you. This is so good. I'm on page 19, and I've been working on this book for like 2 weeks. It's so good. I'm so enamored with it that I actually bought volume 2, which covers a lot of odd time signatures, and it'll cover like swing, and it covers like 3/4 time, covers 6/8. So I already bought the other one, and I'm not even anywhere near done with this one yet. But this is a truly fantastic book. Not for beginners. I wouldn't recommend this for beginners. Once you've gone through like Drum Set Method 1, like you've gone through like the first book, I would go ahead and get this. You really need to have a good understanding of how to read notation, how to read 16th notes. But once you do, this book is super fun and fantastic. There are going to be links to all these books in the description below. So please check it out. I've got some other my favorite books coming up. I've got ones for guitar, ones for piano, and I hope some of these were new to you. If you have ones that you think I should check out that I haven't seen before, please put a comment in it below, and I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.